Welcome to your November AYA program update here at Kids Kicking Cancer. My name's Ned, and I'm so excited to tell you all about what happened in November. First up, the kids got to learn and interact with three very different individuals and professionals and learn all about their career path, what schools they went to, different scholarships that are available. They got to ask questions as the kids started to plan and think about their own passions and careers. Check it out.
I definitely, want to say I did not know what I wanted to do growing up. I studied journalism when I was in school. I went to Morgan State University. I'm excited for all of you guys that are, going to go to college because it really is one of the best times of your life. Anyone here have a mentor that they really look up to or that, is giving them good advice? So that's good to have. And I definitely wouldn't be, where I am today if it wasn't for a lot of those mentors. So really having those relationships with different people that have, kind of helped me get to where I am today.
What was it like for you when you started working at the YMCA club?
It doesn't even feel like work when I go to work. Being able to get out and help kids fall in love with sports, and that's really one of the most fun things that you can do, and just getting kids interested in falling in love with, a lot of these different things. So it's been great. I really enjoy it.
Doing a job that you don't like will help you find something that you love. I like to say that just you got out there and you were doing. Just the more you do things, you'll find what you love too, guys. So just keep doing the stuff.
I think there's so much pressure to really figure it out from a young age, but kind of what David said, you want to do something and find something that really makes you excited to get up in the morning. For me, that is science. So I have students who are doing their own research projects. They have their own questions that they're applying to the data. They're presenting these things at national conferences.
Do you know any people who know a lot about astronomy?
Izzy, if you want to email me or have your mom email me and I just put it in the chat, I can definitely find somebody for you. Are you interested in astronomy?
Yes.
It's so fascinating.
So currently I work for the state of Michigan as a senior software developer. I had a great teammate that actually never went to college. From high school, just created a bunch of programs. He got his foot in the door and programming for like large machines for automation and robotics. So yeah, there are multiple tracks to get in it.
A question we get asked a lot is things about scholarships. Do any of you have any experience with that or any advice that you could give?
I went to Kalamazoo College, which is a small private school on the west side of Michigan. The private schools seem like they're very, very, very expensive. So I thought it wouldn't even be, an option, but actually they have a lot of funds for scholarships. They have huge endowments. So it actually ended up being much cheaper to go to a private school than one of the big public schools.
A lot of those scholarships get picked up real quick, and the sooner you fill that out, the more you have options too. Something that came towards the end of my college career, Amazon rents books. Rent Amazon books, you send them back at the end of the semester, you save so much more money because the bookstore will give you $10 for every $100 or $200 you spend.
Let your college scholarship financial aid people know that you're very receptive and what is there and what are you able to apply to.
Next up was an incredible opportunity for the kids to meet and learn from Jim O'Donnell, who's a product design prototyper at Meta, formerly Facebook, and he shared all about his journey of overcoming imposter syndrome and how he really trusted his voice and gained his confidence on his path. And it was so cool to see the kids talk about Oculus and 3D printing and how versed they already are in this space as they dial in on their confidence and their passion. Check it out.
Something that you might think of as a setback might actually just be another rung on a ladder. Failures are small, but many, and I hope that they elevate you. I hope that they elevate you to a higher place where you find your sweetest triumphs in life.
Was there one job that you had that you were just like, man, I'm glad I left that. I'm not doing that anymore?
It's a very good question because it occupies two places in my heart because I'm really proud of all the work that I did there. I met some of my closest friends while I worked there. Towards the end, especially, I was really unhappy with what I was doing there. I think I said I outgrew that role, and that's how it felt. Like there was so much more that I wanted to do that I felt could be done. Especially when I saw that hand tracking, I'm like, this is too cool. I need to do something with this, and we just weren't going to do anything with it there.
Everyone else probably knows, but what is the hand tracking?
You're looking through a camera and you see the actual video feed, but then you see an overlay of something augmented, a little, you can put a UI in there or a person in there or over top of the real world. So it's like an augmented version of the real world. Cool. Wait, I see something in the
That's
chat.
cool, the ideas you had to use it outside of gaming.
That kind of came about sort of accidentally. I was going to school and working a lot, and it was kind of like this around the clock, really grueling schedule. And I started seeing applications for it well outside of that, like automotive, and we started building these car configurators and things like that. And most of that stuff was not augmented reality, but it was still built in this real-time game engine, basically.
Jim didn't let some things discourage him from continuing to pursue the things that he really enjoyed, especially when he said when he went back to school. And not only the students were younger than him, but the teachers were younger. But it was just like, okay, I'm going to set that aside and I'm just going to keep going because I really enjoy this.
Sometimes we got to try and shrug that off. Sometimes we can't shrug that off. Just try and continue to take a step through, even if you're doubting yourself.
How do you know when it's time to move on to something different?
I knew it was time kind of for a while. And I could sit and worry and stew on that, or I can just sort of say, all right, I'm just going to take a step today. I'm just going to take another step today. I'm going to add something to my portfolio today. I'm going to make a change on my resume today. These are all career related things that I did to kind of just keep some momentum.
As you can see, November was a great month filled with knowledge and inspiration as the kids really start to think about their career paths. We are so excited for the months to come, and we are so grateful to the Michigan Health Endowment Fund for all of their support. Thank you, thank you. Stay tuned for so much more coming up in the AYA program. And until next time, power, peace, purpose. See you soon.